Well, well, I got nothing to say. We're back, bitches. And look where we're at, bro. We're right here. We're in Need for Speed because I'm going to be doing the ultimate thing. Right here are all the vehicles inside of this game. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going to make a single episode for each and every one of these cars and rating them on a proper scale to see which one's the best. Here's the thing, one thing. Since I reset my journey like always, the cars won't be fully maxed out. Here they're going to be missing some parts, but that's still fine, as this is going to give you a better insight of how good a car is. Because it's not going to be fully maxed out, and you can't get a car fully maxed out. But it's going to help us determine what car is the best in the game. Basically, any car is accessible. You can have the worst car in the game, or the least expensive, and the most expensive car right from the start. It's just that you need to remember one thing, and that is that it doesn't matter. The price doesn't matter. So let's hop into the first test. Now we're gonna be doing Javelin, which is the basically the first event and the first test with the car. So while we're doing this, I'll explain some simple rules of these videos. Basically, what we're checking out is how fast the car is, how good the car is at drifting, and in general, just how good its performance is, and how good it is in game. In game, I mean, is it worth for the money, and how much time do you need for the car? Oh, Jesus! I already fucked up super bad right there. Okay, that's okay. Let's check out what happens if you fuck up. Yeah, that's another thing. A fuck up. Basically, a fuck up can be a big fuck up when you crash into a car and such. Jesus Christ. Okay. This is the hardest difficulty of a race. So the way that because this thing is performing insanely. Whoa. God damn. Okay. Bear in mind, we're not using nitro. So its maximum speed right now, in this current state of the game, is 200 kilometers per hour, which, as you can see, is where... Oh, I kicked him out. Okay, I kicked the person off. Well, let's check its handling in this phase of the map, as... I don't really know. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Let's see. Okay. I like the drifting. The drifting on this car is really good. So I've done this on my own before, not completely. I've done it to some extent, and I can say that when the car is completely maxed out, this car is insanely good when it's completely maxed out. And I gotta say, I do like this car a lot. Now, seeing it in this state, where it's not fully maxed out, but I'm using it, it's actually insanely good. Even without this, you could rock this car probably through the whole story up until the point where Prestige comes in. Prestige is basically a huge problem. Prestige is a problem as to the reason is it's because most cars in there can't perform even at their max. That's why it's a big problem. Everyone out of the water. I don't understand how we're this good. Yeah. You saw we did have a major fuck up at the start of the race, and now we blew everyone. So, yeah, I guess I can say that this thing's speed is pretty darn good. So basically, if you don't understand yet, I can actually put on the rules. How about that? Okay, the rules are simple. Basically, you have 4 categories. In each category, you can get a maximum of 10 points, and the total score, which can be a max of 40 points, decides how good you are. Okay, I think that was enough time for the rules. If not, basically, I hope you understand the gist of this. The rules stay the same for every car, and I'm going to be doing these episodes, or I'm going to be trying to do these episodes daily. So, basically, this is going to be our current content. Now, don't worry, I took a little break because I'm trying to do something else. I will be back there filming, and don't worry, we'll continue to grow. Alright, this is Torque of the Town. This is the best stage for grinding money. But, here's the thing. I take cars here because some cars can do this in under 2 minutes and 47 seconds, while not being upgraded at all. But some cars really need to be upgraded. Now let's see this car at its current maximum with all the parts that we have. Hey, it's me here. I'm just gonna explain something real quick. This is very important here, as this right here tests out the drifting and speed of a car. Also, right here at this moment, I said that I was going to do 2 separate series, including this one, which is going to be 3. One where I do cars that are not maxed out, and halfway through the series. Now, bear in mind, you all probably think like, oh, well, doesn't that mean that the most expensive car is going to be best? Well, maybe, but then again, maybe not. Cars in this game are done particularly well, to the point where you can kind of balance it even if a car is cheaper than another. The drifting on this car is good. I like its handling and stuff. It could be better though. I mean, there's way better cars that can drift a lot better than this one, but this one's really good too. The acceleration is another thing we're looking at right here. And this thing can accelerate really quickly, like 160, and now we're already at 200. That's really good. But also we're looking at its time to see just how quickly it can. Okay, that's a little problem. Okay, I see a little problem with this thing. This thing's grip on the road is going to be a little problematic, so when you're moving a little too fast with this thing, it's going to slide off into the distance a little bit, which is going to be a little problematic. But still, you still have really good drifting. This car is equipped with some insane drifting potential. So I think it really ends up being quite insane. So I'm actually happy about that. It's really good. Okay, we're gonna be at subsequently 2 minutes and 15 seconds is what I'm seeing right here. If we can cut its time, which I'll try. We tried. It's at. Is it finished? Yeah, it is. Okay, 2 minutes is 15 seconds. We'll count it. Okay. Well, now that that's finished, I guess we can probably count this car's speed at a probable and very good rating of an 8. Okay, and the first stat is on the board, speed stat, an 8. Really good for the Volvo. Okie dokie then, so now we are at this stage called Nocturnable. I've used this stage before. This is actually probably the best stage to check car. Reason why. We're trying to test this car's drifting. So what I'm going to be doing in this challenge is every car gets a chance to drift, but only when there's a curve like this one. This is a curve. If the car can drift well, it's going to get points. If it doesn't drift well, it's not going to get points. And this car, bear in mind, is drifting insanely well, to the point where we have already completed the challenge. That's the thing. This car can do that, but other cars can't do that. It is a very important thing. Drifting is a very important thing in every part of this game. Okay, to shortly explain here, every single car has a chance to drift only when there is a big curve like on the minimap at this moment right here. If the car doesn't manage to drift, not because of my skill, but because of the car itself, that is a really bad thing, and it loses points of drifting. And we're looking also at how quickly it gets 30,000 points in this stage, with the Volvo did really well. That means it's going to get a high score. Right here, that is an insanely good drift, giving us 6,000 points. And we finish with 44,000 points. Or, sorry, let's make it 45. Yeah, that is really good. With this and the other performances that we've had with this car, we can probably go and move on to some other aspects. And let's do that. Okay, we're back. Let's go and check this car out. Another thing that I really want to check out is its nitro. Let's see how much it helps with. I'm not holding gas, I'm just using nitro. This car's nitro is really good. Some cars don't have a good nitro, and they mostly have to watch out and focus on their own. Oh shit. That's my bad. That was very bad. So they have to focus on their own acceleration and speed. That could be very bad in a moment, because if you need to catch up to your opponents in a race, to the bots basically, if you need to catch up to them, you're gonna need a really good nitro. And if your car doesn't have really good nitro, then that's bad. Now this car is like, let's see, can we drift? Yeah, the drift is insane. This thing can drift really well. What we're doing right now is we're actually checking its usability and drifting at the same time. I decided to make these videos shorter because of the fact that I am going to just do these for like a small amount of time. As I only have 4 categories and a maximum of 20 points for each car, that means that, oh, sorry, 4 categories with a maximum of 10 points for each is 40 points. Okay, so we're back right here in the goddamn garage. So we're gonna buy already the next car for the next user, which is gonna be this Volkswagen right here. And what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna check its stats and just see how good its stats are. So we're checking its stats right here. This car actually has pretty decent stats, considering the point of the story that I am at currently, with a 2.96 kilometers per hour, seconds from 1 to 100, and basically it has really good stats. Now the thing is, there's a really important aspect to how good a car is, and that is its value. When we sell it here, it's gonna go for $62,700, which compared to the amount of money you spend on a car would be pretty good. But when you factor in the cost for upgrades and parts, this car devalues, and that is the reason why it probably wouldn't be the best car to buy, basically. Now, to take a look at what the score for this car is, simply I have written down here the score for the car. The speed stat that it got, I gave it an 8. For drifting, it got a 9.5. For usability, it got a 9. And for overall gameplay, it got a 7. In total, this brings its point count and its score to a, drum roll please, 33.5 out of 40, which is a really good score. I don't know how the other cars are going to do, but so far, Volvo 242 is in the lead. Maybe the Golf will be better. We don't know. Anyway, stay tuned for the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys. Bye.